it's so festive here. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
You look gorgeous.
I thought I'd make an effort for Christmas.
Yeah, I love it. Sparkling and beautiful. Hey, what did you think about our sock animals?
Very cool.
Aren't they good?
Very cool. We've had a lot of people actually sort of talking about making sock animals for Christmas, and then when I heard some have been making lots, I thought, fantastic.
They are cute. And look at the wee necklace that she's got on, the lace around there. So well done. Well done to our craft viewers. Today we're going to teach you how to make Christmas wreaths.
I'm going to show you how easy it is.
I'm pleased you said easy, because on first impressions I'm like, this is probably the hardest thing we've done this year.
There's two ways of doing it. What we're going to do today is do it with the wiring technique, but a lot of these ones here have just been done using a glue gun.
So you can glue, this will stay with glue?
Yep, glue gun.
Wow.
And the joy with all these is that once you're sick of it, or it looks a bit tired, you can pull the bits off and you can redo them.
And just start again with the framework. And look at the beautiful cream on there, so that's just another
Now this is just
version.
another variation that's using felt. And
With
then
the
there's
roses
doing
and-
your minty wreaths and those sort of things as well.
That's right, we did one of those last
We
year,
did
didn't we?
do one of those last year. So what I'm going to show you today is just the basics of... we haven't got room to put a Christmas tree up in our place this year, so I thought I might make a wreath for the door, so there's a wee bit of festive feeling to it. So first rule of thumb with these is when you get them is to actually pull them up, because they come quite flat.
So they come literally like that?
They come sort of a lot flatter, and a lot of people will make the wreath up when it's really flat. But it looks much nicer if you actually sort of pull the
Get some height.
yeah, bit of texture in there. The one over there I've actually used some holly in from the garden. So
this is your holly?
Holly out of the garden. So next
talented.
year it will be to... we'll need to take it out and replace it, but for the moment it looks sort of quite good in there and just adds a bit of texture.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Poinsettias in there, gorgeous.
All right. So the trick to these is... florist wire is brilliant, and there's also the little silver twisty wire, and that's really good for doing bows.
Oh, nice. So you get the beautiful silver
So you
colour
just get the
coming through.
silver in there. But for the basic wiring, the florist wire is ideal. So I'll give you a look there. And take a wee bauble.
Okay, look at the cute bubbles.
And you're just putting it through there, into the middle, and just twisting.
Twisting so that it will stay still.
Just so that it stays still.
Okay.
Just a couple of times, and that's enough. And that's the basics to what you're using to make your wreath.
Oh, well, it is simple. So far, so good.
So that is the basic technique that you would use on everything, even pine cones. Quite often people say about pine cones. I glue gun mine in because it's easier and faster, but you can actually put some wire in between the bottom.
Yes, if you can get in between the pine cones, right.
And then what you're doing is you're getting in there and you're just wiring them, you're just twisting the wire onto the branches. Couple of times. Of course, you can see that on TV and amongst all the fluff. But you'll end up with your little bobble in there.
Oh, there we go. So you just kind of follow it all around and then...
All around. What I do is I just put a few basic pieces in there first, then I'll do the bow. And I'll show you just how to do a quick and easy bow.
And in the meantime, I'll try and attach this to somewhere.
Absolutely. So usually for a wreath, most of these sort of bigger size wreaths, you're looking about 1.5 meters, will give you a nice sized bow.
Oh, okay, good.
Because mine's a smaller one, I won't need that much.
So did you tie your little bauble around the branch?
Around the branch.
With one wee wire on either side, or did you just... Yeah.
Now, to do a bow, it's like doing a tie. You do that first, and then you pull it together, and you just scrunch.
Right, show us that again, because that looked far too easy. Sarah's the seasoned pro at this. So like a normal tie.
So you're wrapping it round, pull it together, and pinching it.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful.
And then use the silver twisty around the middle, just holds it together.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
And then you can add in, because for this one I like to have dangly bits on my bows. So I'm going to wire in a bit more of this and probably do a couple more of those so it ends up quite a bulky.
So a nice big
quite fluffy
festive bow at the top there.
And then you start sort of putting it together and start planning it.
Oh, so that looks great already. So we can choose different sizes with our wreaths as well. So they come like that at Handscraft, and we can just choose whatever size we like.
I think there's about 3 different sizes. That's a medium size there. That's probably the most common sort of size, is something that sort of size.
So medium, that's a smaller one, and that one...
This is a small one.
So you're left to be the large?
That's a larger one as well. Yeah, that one's also got a lot more extra bits creamed into it.
So pieces have been added to that as well?
So these are what we call picks, and they come like this. And you can either use them like this, or you can split the outer wrapper, and inside you can separate all those.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
So you can either use them as they are or individual.
And what you're doing with these sort of ones is just wiring them in there, like this. Again, twisting the wire around like we did before. And you can actually bulk it up quite majorly, putting things like that into it.
That makes a huge difference already, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I know that we can tie it in with whatever our colour theme is for Christmas this year, because people have a theme. People like to have a colour theme.
I like crystals, and I like bling on my tree.
That's a good idea.
Colour, so that's why I thought the white and silver for next year when we do get around to putting the tree up.
Real good. And there's just so many different accessories to add to it, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen people use jewellery as well.
Idea.
Old jewellery that's sort of broken and things. And again, this sort of thing, just putting it into it just gives a different dimension, and with the sparkle of the glitter on it.
That's right.
Things with glitter outside, generally over a couple of years, depending on what our summers are like, the glitter can wear off a little bit, but then you can always just spray glitter the whole thing next year.
Revive it, and you're all good to go.
Do you want to try doing a bow?
Yes, I will try doing a bow. Thank you, Sarah. I thought you'd let me away with that this year, but apparently not. I'll let you know how I get on, because we will go to a break, but Sarah will be staying with us after the break. We'll show you my bow and also the Good Living Christmas gift up here, let you know all about that again, because it's really just a couple of days, well, tomorrow actually, the last day to get in for that. So join us after the break.